I would say I would start out first by saying Skol Vikes. Absolute pleasure. I know it's a growing sport over here. I will call it American football for all of you guys over here. This is a really cool thing to see the game expanding, going international. And it's great to meet the fan base of the Vikings, the team that drafted me back in 2007 when I was a young 20-year-old lad. It's absolutely amazing. So thank you guys for your support.
Now, fans here will remember specific plays from your time in the NFL, and I know for sure I've got a special play that I remember for you, but I want to hear from you. What are some of your favourite memories of your time playing with the Vikings in the NFL? Have you got a particular memory that you can share with us?
Yeah, for sure. I got quite a few myself. I would start off by saying my favorite one is probably my first touchdown against the Green Bay Packers. Which is our biggest rival as Vikings, so that would be my favorite memory. And then the whole 2009 season, my first year playing with Brett Favre was absolutely amazing. He was the guy that gave me my confidence as a young guy coming into the NFL, and that whole season was special for me, for sure. Making the playoffs, unfortunately we lost in the NFC Championship game versus the Saints.
6 receptions, 141 yards, 3 touchdowns, and you share a record with the Jerry Rice. So that's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing for you to be doing. We're going to look ahead to the game because I mentioned kickoff is around the corner. Keys to the game: both teams are 7-6. This is an AFC North versus NFC North battle. Both backup quarterbacks for both teams. As it stands, the Vikings are the 6th seed in the NFC, firmly in the playoffs in the hunt. Having said that, Justin Jefferson came back last week, and he probably exited the game with a chest injury, but he will be playing in this game. No Alexander Mattison, in comes Ty Chandler. How important is it to have JJ back in the squad?
It's always important to have JJ in the game. He's an anomaly himself. He changes the game so much. By far my favorite receiver in the NFL, so super happy to have him back. I hope he finishes the season healthy because that'll be great for us as Vikings fans. I would say the keys to the game on the offensive side would first to be able to establish the run. If we can establish the run and get a couple of big plays in the run game, it will open up the pass game. Little play action, get the ball down the field to Justin and the rest of the receivers, and I think that will do us really well. And then on the defensive side, obviously we've got to stop the run. Mixon has been having really good games the past few weeks. And lock down on the corners, safeties, get up in the game, get up in the mix, and I think we can take this one home.
Important score prediction. Give us a score prediction as close as possible for the fans here today. Obviously, it's going to be a wide swing. I'm really hoping for. But what do you think the score could end up being?
I'm going to go with 23-14 Vikings.
Go! Guys, we are minutes out. And off to Chandler.
So Sidney, thanks so much for talking to us today. Obviously, a disappointing result right there at the end, but an incredible atmosphere here in London. UK game is really growing. How great was it to see all the Vikings fans out here?
It's amazing. It's amazing. We had a wonderful time. The fans are just like they are in the US, in Minnesota, so that was great to see. Growing sport here in the UK. I'm super excited for the NFL, as well as the Vikings building a fan base in the UK.
And there's obviously rumours about a potential game for the Vikings coming back to London next year. Can they turn into the team to support here in the UK? They've obviously got a franchise.
I think so. It's a huge opportunity. And as I mentioned, it's great to see another sport trying to make their way into a market, which is great. And the turnouts that these games are having in the UK are absolutely huge for organizations. So hopefully the Vikings can make the market.
Amazing. And just back to the football. Obviously, don't want to talk about today's result, but can you still see a way to the playoffs now for Minnesota?
It's always a possibility. It's always a possibility. We've had numerous amounts of teams that go 8-9, 9-7 to win the Super Bowl, which is really cool. So it's got to finish games. They had a lot of opportunities in the red zone that they didn't capitalize on. And they get those plays right there. It's a no-brainer. The previous games that they lost were less than 3-point seeds. So if they get those, they're in the playoffs automatically. So it's not like they're a bad team. They just got to capitalize on some of the things that they're doing wrong.
Perfect. Thanks so much for talking to us.